Street champs. Come get put on. Today I'm in here with Shannon and Amanda of Dada Designs. How you guys doing tonight?
Very good.
Doing good.
How about you?
Doing a lot better. I was violently hungover, but now I'm here. I'm alive, ready for this good conversation. Got a blunt here, ready to roll up.
Very good.
Hey guys, how was your night? What'd you guys do last night?
I went and did some live painting down at Analog Bar. Had my drink spot for me. Sold some stuff. No complaints.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I been watched some movies and just drew the whole time.
Wow. So low key.
Yeah, it was a low key Saturday.
Respect. All right. Let's get right into it. What do you guys do? Exactly, for the people that don't know.
So we design identities for businesses or anything like art related to like help promote them. You want to like elaborate?
Yeah, definitely. So we're both designers. We graduated from CSU Pueblo with our art degrees, and that's how we met. Actually, it was in our graphic design classes.
Oh, really?
Which is cool. We trauma bonded by that. But we essentially were like, this is pretty cool. It's just being able to help businesses with that startup part of it, of saying like, I have an idea for a business, but we need logos, we need branding. And we didn't really see a whole lot of that service provided in Pueblo. So that's kind of what brought us together. And then individually, we're both artists as well. So we have our creative practices going too.
Yeah, I went to high school with Amanda, actually. She's always been drawing.
Oh, very cool. What high school?
County. Yeah. Mr. Skull. We go way back.
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah.
Gary Skull, that was...
He was my pottery teacher at Sangre de Cristo when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was cool.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He's all... For some reason, he would always say that.
Yeah, he had a lot of catchphrases.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How crazy. So, all right, how old are you guys?
I will turn 30 in April.
I'm gonna be 25 in August.
Did you guys... Wait, you guys have degrees in graphic design or like art, fine art?
I double major in art with an emphasis in graphic design and a major in mass comm with an emphasis in film.
Wow.
She's an overachiever.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, and mine's just a bachelor's of fine art degree. I gave up my minor to graduate early.
What was your minor?
Mass comm.
What is mass comm exactly?
So mass communications is, I think, and you'll probably know better, but like anything that involves television, film, like communicating to the masses, essentially. So anything in that realm.
Is this true?
Yeah, like film, journalism, radio, podcasting.
Yeah, Rev 89 from CSU was always killing it with the shit. Were you guys ever on Rev 89?
No.
No? Damn.
No.
Should have lied to me. That would have been sick. All right, so let's go back. Sorry, I'm trying to get this weed open.
Don't apologize. Never apologize when you're opening weed.
Shout out Rocky Mountain Blaze. They don't sell it in this bag. I don't know why I have it in this bag. Allegedly. But anyway, all right. Shannon, you were on here one time, so I kind of know your story, but I kind of want to rehash things out for the people that like don't know you that much. You know, so where are you guys from exactly? We're both from Pueblo?
Yeah.
Yep, I was born up in Colorado Springs, but then I landed here in Pueblo when I was a teenager.
And for the people that don't know your story, you had like a really crazy, like kind of like an event happen in your life. You were on what was that TV show? Dateline. Can you reiterate the story for us?
Yeah. So my sister and my mother and I grew up as Jehovah's Witnesses. So we were already in kind of like that religious cult situation. And then my mother was murdered. So that kind of whole thing launched my family into the national media spotlight when I was a teenager. And I'm just very recently getting to live my own life and do my own thing, which is very exciting.
What do you mean as of recently? Like why?
Because I think up until I was like 25, we were in court over my mom's murder or on national television, and I didn't really have any of the time to spend on what I wanted my life to be. So I just went back to college like 5 years ago.
Wow.
sort of thing. So I'm kind of living a new life, which is very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, experimenting. What do I want to do when I grow up?
Yeah. And that's art. That's designing.
Totally.
Respect.
Yes.
Amanda, what about you? How was kind of your upbringing and stuff?
So I've always done art, just like constantly like to draw. I feel like a lot of that had to deal with my grandpa. He's a really good artist. He does a lot of like body work and like pinstriping on cars, and he was just my biggest supporter, and he like kind of like made me draw a lot of the times, and I feel like that was just my biggest inspiration, and I just keep doing it to this day. And he made me appreciate like really graphic, like technical and like kind of like strange looking art, and that's kind of like what I'm like leaning towards.
Like when you say strange, like what kind of strange art? Like hentai?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I could appreciate it, but
That's my favorite.
yeah. Nah, like just weird characters and like surrealism, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember always seeing your art in school. You were always really talented.
Thank you.
I fucking yeah. Did we have? I think we might have
Yeah,
had the
we
same
had
class
art.
at one point.
Yeah, we had art together.
With fucking Wayne Riddock.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Fool.
Yeah.
That guy died.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah. So where's your grandpa now?
He actually passed away last summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
How'd that kind of affect you in your art?
I mean, I kind of like am more motivated to like be more involved with pinstriping, just so that I can like carry that on, because he was like really well known and like really famous for it, and I feel not obligated, but like obligated to do it, but mostly because I want to.
Carry on the tradition.
Yeah, exactly.
Pinstriping is like when it's just like freehand with the one brush.
Yeah, like all those intricate like symmetrical designs on cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
That's crazy.
When you see a good pinstriping job, it's just so. Like,
I never
such
see
a work of art.
pinstripes on cars anymore.
Yeah. He was like the only one that would do it, so
Really?
if you see like pinstriping around town, he probably did it.
That's cool.
On like lowriders and shit, huh? That's what I mostly see it on. I don't really see it on like a 2015 Honda.
Yeah.
You know?
They should though.
They
I know.
should. That'd
I'm
be
gonna
sick.
do that. I'm gonna do that to my Corolla.
Yes.
Really? Just make it all sick?
Yeah.
Damn.
Do it. The El Camino needs pinstriped.
Yeah, I'll help you with that.
You know, do my Prius too, fuck it.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Damn. Huh. Have you ever done any cars yet?
Yeah, my dad, he does body work as a hobby or as a side gig, and I've been helping him with that like since I was like 5. So I've been working on cars for like ever.
Damn, I would not want a 5-year-old working on my car.
Yeah.
You walk into the garage, and you like come from under the hood.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of yeah.
That's crazy. Shannon, what about you? You ever try your hand at any car art?
You know, I want to, but in my head, car art is like spray painting some bullshit on there. But I think it'd be pretty cool. I want to do some airbrushing, honestly. When I see some cool airbrushing, doing some big skulls and stuff would be
Yeah.
pretty sick. So I did finally buy a tiny little airbrush to start messing with.
Oh, really?
Because I think, like, just in those jobs, people pay a lot of money to have your car done nice.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of forget that that's a whole different avenue of painting that people will pay. Like, it's
Like
cool.
that show fucking Pimp My Ride.
Yeah.
West Coast Choppers type shit.
Yes.
Like, those were, like,
Oh.
really cool-ass paint jobs. But I hear they were not very, like... they were not very wise to, like, have a fish tank in your car, you know, at all times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zizi, come here. Come here.
She's not feeling us.
Yeah. I'm glad she did a gentle little bite on my hand. It was just a warning bite.
What she hate... Oh, Zizi.
Come here.
What she hates is when you put your sleeve in your arm in your sleeve. Try that out. She'll fuck you up.
Well, I got spikes on today, Zizi. Watch out. I can't get it in there.
Damn.
She's a good cat. So when you had art classes in high school together, what did you like doing?
Man, I was kind of an asshole. I was kind of
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'll let Amanda speak for me. Maybe I was not on my shit. I was okay at art. I was like never like the best. I made a lot of bongs in pottery.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
honestly.
and fucking.
They're all, look at this kid.
Yeah.
Making bongs.
Amanda, what do you think? What was my art like?
Um,
You don't even remember.
I don't. I feel like Mr. Skull was just like cool with everybody.
Yeah.
So
I would show up all high, and he'd be
Yeah.
like,
kinda,
"What are you doing?"
He like just like understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like when you have those teachers too that are just cool, they just want you to just kind of hang out and make something, are the best teachers. Because when you have really uptight teachers and you're in that mindset, because I just hated everything. And I could just chill out and draw. My teacher didn't really care. I was like, "You're cool. I'm about this life. I just need a minute to myself, please, before I have to go to math."
I made this wolf one time that I was really proud of. Oh my god.
It's easy.
I'm gonna go put it in the other room if she does that again. But yeah, I made this really cool wolf, and it's still hanging in my parents' house.
Oh, I love it.
Shout out my parents.
Shout out
Don't
to
get-
your parents.
don't
Don't
get
get roofied. Your mom knows what's up.
So what's happened since the last interview that you were on? Anything major?
A lot of stuff has just been in the works for this spring for me.
Sorry, that's me.
Is that your chair?
Yeah, my bad.
That's amazing. Let's make it weird.
Like squeaky boots.
I just recently stepped down from a marketing position I had with the gallery to focus more on Dada and my creative practice, because things have just gotten much busier than I thought they were going to.
Oh wow.
Which is kind of an exciting transition to finally focus on my own business sort of stuff. And I feel like everybody has to make that decision at a certain point, like getting the reliable money as opposed to kind of taking that jump and trying to invest back in myself, which is really cool. But I'm excited to see what we can do now that Amanda just graduated college. I have some
Congratulations.
time back. Yeah, I think this year's going to be really exciting for us to just make some super weird stuff.
If I'm not mistaken, there was a third person, right?
Yes.
What happened there?
So I had a co-founder when we started the company, Laura. Shout out to you, Laura. We love you. She was also one of the students in our design classes, and her and I initially started the company in 2021. I almost said 2001.
Yeah.
No, 2021. I think she's the youngest out of all of us. So we kind of launched the company, got it started, and then she decided she wasn't about the hustle. She works full time, has a really good graphic design job for Big R, and kind of came to me and said, I don't want to also go home and work. And I said, I do not blame you at all. So she just parted ways and sold her shares of the company back to me and is doing her own thing now. But we're very grateful for her getting it started.
When you say selling her shares back, walk me through that. What does that entail exactly? Like, how
oh
are
my
you
God.
dividing this pie?
Well, her and I initially had a 50-50 founding of the company when we started. So when we had our LLC, they had 2 members. So I had to call like the Small Business Association here in Pueblo to figure out what the heck to do, because I just didn't expect any of it. So they were actually really helpful in walking me through just her having to have a legal document that sold it back to me. That way I'm back in control of the company. It really wasn't too terrible. I couldn't imagine having a business where you have a partner that fights over it, like, and having to go to court over it, because this was a very amicable split up. I can't imagine somebody trying to
Take it over.
Yeah. So it was all in all a pretty decent experience, and I'm very grateful that Amanda is here, because I was having a minute. I was so sad.
Did Amanda, you came in like after she left, or when she was there, or what?
While she was still there.
She was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I had come to Laura and I was like, how do you feel about me asking Amanda to join us? Because your art is just so sick. Like, I was just like, with this, I want to see if she's game for hanging out, because you do stuff that I cannot do, and just the way you think is really great. And I think, especially since you're inspired by the surrealism, that really resonates with my art too. So we asked her if she wanted to come on board and make weird stuff with us, and then now there is 2.
Were you kind of like upset that she wanted to leave?
I wasn't like angry or anything, but I felt like I got, like in high school, like your first breakup sort of thing. I was just like crying like that. I was like, then I was fine. Business is business at a certain point.
Yeah, and I feel like it's easier to work by yourself than it is to work with a team. Like when you're working by yourself, you don't need to run these checks past everyone. You know, you could be like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Send it off.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of like work well together, or do you guys kind of find points where you guys are like, oh no, I like this, but she likes that. We got to meet somewhere in the middle.
With me and Laura, or with the two of us.
Yeah, you and Amanda.
I feel like
we work well because it's not really up to our opinion of what the work is.
That's such a good point. It's really up to the client, and we're just trying to make them happy.
Yeah, we both contribute, and they have the final opinion of what it is, what goes.
Yeah, I saw that you guys just did this like lipstick thing. That's pretty cool.
Yep. So we're trying to get our packaging, like promote that too, because if you have good packaging, I don't know about you, but that's the reason I buy some stuff. It's just if that's got cool packaging.
Oh yeah, that's how most liquor is sold. I do this podcast with the Big Bear owner.
Oh, okay.
He says like most alcohol is sold off the picture, even if it's really bad, but the picture's really awesome. Like the people will buy it.
Yep. So we're trying to kind of flex that a little bit and just get our packaging game going.
That's cool. So is that like an actual company, or did you guys just make that just for the fuck of it?
Yep. So we just made it.
Yeah.
In between clients, we've been kind of challenging ourselves because we're looking back of like, okay, what did we do in school? Packaging, or we had just make a logo for like a boxing team. So in between jobs, we've just been making sure that we're staying creative. But there's no reason to tell people like this isn't real.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just throw it out there and say, hey, look at this cool ass lipstick that Amanda made.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Marketing or graphic design for Big R, like what the fuck do you do there? You're just like making like corn emojis, like
Corn emojis, Laura. Is that what you're doing now? I guess they have stores all over. Like all over a couple states, and so they do like their catalogs, in-store shelving, all of that sort of stuff. So I totally get why you don't want to do that and then come home and also stare at your screen for hours.
Nah, we need you to do both.
Please do both. But
I think you're right though. Some people want to do it for themselves. Some people want to do it for a company that they know is gonna keep them around for a while.
yeah, well, that was a discussion that me and Amanda just recently had too, because I was like, I want to make sure you have a contract that makes sure you get paid for this. I don't want to perpetuate the free labor problem in Pueblo. So trying to just start out on the right foot that this can be a career for us, because there's a need for it. We just have to make sure we approach it professionally.
Who do you guys think would be like your biggest like business, like dispensaries in Pueblo, or like what, liquor stores? Those are like the most two like financially stable businesses in Pueblo, if I'm being honest. Liquor stores and dispensaries, and what else? Smoke shops. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? You guys are like trying to tackle those things, or are you guys trying to go like different vibes, like somewhere no one even is thinking of?
I feel like our focus so far has been like smaller, like companies, like family based almost. But that's only because like
The owners
they need it, like they need it right now, because they're like they need an identity, because they're like starting out mostly.
Yeah, and the owners are right there to talk to.
Yeah.
They have the money or whatever.
Like I guess things that haven't really been established fully yet. We're helping them like get established.
Well, and then it's cool like how you've done stuff with Mosh Ramen.
Yeah.
Once you kind of get that first gig, they'll come back to us because you just got hit up again for some revisions on some stuff. So that's kind of a cool aspect of it, is working with the local businesses. Even if they are small, we can go on that journey with them too.
What is Mosh Ramen?
So, you know the steel and iron, or fuel and iron thing coming up on Union?
No.
It's like where those old apartments are, like.
I'm pretty sure it's an old Holmes Hardware building.
Yeah.
Right before the bridge.
Oh, by the Union
Yes.
Union Depot.
Yes.
Oh, word, yeah.
Yes.
And they're like gonna make a bunch of restaurants and like housing in there.
They're gonna have a sober bar there, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
What a weird idea.
But Mosh Ramen is gonna have a place there, and they're like, you know, a ramen restaurant. They're like edgy, and like their slogan is like comfort food for the apocalypse.
Oh, I didn't know that. I love that.
It's pretty cool. They have good branding, and I'm happy I get to work with them because they're probably they said they'll come back to me if they ever need like a new t-shirt design or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could kind of like do whatever I want because we just kind of work well.
Where are they based out of?
The owner's from Pueblo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. I think that's kind of like a trendy food, though, isn't it? Like ramen kind of is like that faux shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like just came into like popularity like within the last like what, like 5-7 years.
Yeah, I would say like it's always been around, but it's like it's more hip and now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you guys smoke?
Yeah.
Goes like this.
Well, and I think what's great about us also having our solid creative practice too is they know they love your style.
Yeah.
And people come to me because of my style. And so having a company that kind of gives us some structure and we can kind of promote ourselves together instead of like so much energy can be spent over here trying to do stuff. But if we can kind of collaborate and combine efforts, even if they do just want to work with one or the other, that's awesome.
Uh-huh.
100%.
Have they told you guys that? But like, oh, we just want to work with you or you?
I guess kind of.
Kind of, they say it without saying it.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something to just give us a step up. It's not at all like a competitive thing of like, oh, they don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
No, if you want to work with us, please do.
Yeah.
However we can.
Sorry about that mouthpiece. Might be kind of fucked up.
I just got so much weed in my mouth.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll fix it when it comes back to me. Yeah, I mean, I've never worked with oh, that's cool. You can keep it over there. I'll ash in this. I've never worked with like a group of designers, but I think artists are like kind of conceited. Artists are kind of like.
No, not us.
I mean, in general though, like I don't know about you guys. Artists are like, that's cool. I could do it way better type shit. They should have came to me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in like graphic design, a lot of graphic designers think like, oh, I could do it way better.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes I think that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and like I told you too, I was like, I think it was at my emotional low when I was having a hard day. I was like, I feel like you guys are just so much better designers than me. But that's the point of collaborating with other people in my mind is where I am weak. Amanda's really strong with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't I want to make something great out of
and vice
combining
versa.
forces?
Yeah.
And it is competitive. We do have to compete with each other in the long run of getting jobs and all that sort of stuff. But if you can find somebody that you can communicate really well with and our design minds really vibe, you can just increase your visibility and the jobs you might get.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also is hopefully in the long run less workload on just one person.
Mm-hmm. What programs are you guys mostly using?
I think we work differently too.
Yeah, because I mostly use Illustrator and Procreate.
I'm not familiar with Procreate.
It's like a drawing. It's mostly like a drawing tool.
Oh, really?
Program. Yeah.
For Mac, right?
Yeah, for iPad. Yeah.
What about you, Shannon?
Yeah, and I'm in Adobe Illustrator too, and then Photoshop mostly.
Why do you use Illustrator mostly?
I just think I like the tools better. They're just easier for me to use. I feel like it's like Photoshop is almost a little bit more complicated sometimes for me.
Oh yeah, Photoshop's fucking complicated as fuck.
Yeah, and I mostly just use that for photos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think your art basically I think would serve better on Illustrator. You do a lot of like. Well, I've seen a lot of your skateboards and shit. They kind of have like a lot of people, and like grotesque pieces, like grotesque things about them, like that kind of style. So I could see why you would serve better there. I've been getting on Photoshop a lot more for photos though, so I feel that.
Well, don't you design too?
Yeah, but not really for like. Well, I do graphic design and website management for Rocky Mountain Blaze, so like I'll do weed stuff all the time, but I'm not really selling like my services that much. But
I like when you do the album art though, or like the cover art. That's a really kind of like just fun exercise to do too. Keeps you kind of creative.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Just like people making blank ones and just
cool.
holding on to them.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
It's really not, and that's I think we always try to find Instagram videos to send of like what other people are doing, and partially of why we do that exercise of just making like the makeup or that sort of stuff. We can develop a brand, but then that's ours to sell to somebody later.
Exactly.
You know, so we can just do that project while we're bored and inspired. And then if somebody really loves that, awesome, we can actually make it happen too. But I think it just takes you a minute to realize where these little opportunities are, because you don't really think about that.
Yeah. Who's some of your favorite designers right now? Living.
Dang.
I don't know if I could tell you a specific one. I could just say like styles. I like, do you know what Maximum is? It's mostly like for posters and stuff. It's like a lot of like...
Pull up a photo, let me see it.
All right.
I need to know.
If I could find my phone.
The mouthpiece is way better this time, right?
You did good, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do I do with it?
Your phone?
Yeah.
Just rustling on the
I
mic.
know.
What about you, Shannon? Who's some of your favorite living designers?
We didn't come prepared for this
I know.
question.
I feel bad for not knowing.
Even if it's like an IG page, I guess.
Like an IG page. Let's
What?
pull up the phones.
I guess they are ran by real people, hopefully.
They might be just bots.
Mm.
You never know.
Do you guys know Blasi? He's like a designer in California.
Blasi, let me pull this up.
He makes like knickknacks type thing. Like his newest design was he made $1 million, but it's like plastic, but it's like it looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
You just like walk around with it. It's really funny.
So I'm also curious, like, where is the line between being what somebody calls like an artist and what somebody calls a designer?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I think they are the same thing. It's if you're making art now, you're making a big mistake by not putting it online.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're somewhat a designer if you're digitizing it.
I don't really have a good, I guess, like person to respond to that, but the thing I'm really into lately is really good sign painters and sign designers, because signage is such an essential thing for everybody.
Oh. Like boiler room shit.
Mm-hmm. Boiler room shit.
It's like this like rave like aesthetic type thing. That's what I see it as. Looks cool. Wow.
It's a lot put into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What is it called?
Like a lot of detail. Maximalist.
Maximalist. So it's like the opposite of minimalist.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's an ad.
Oh.
I definitely see that lo-fi behind making that.
Right.
It is kind of like a lo-fi aesthetic.
Yeah.
We did like a inspiration session the other day, and we were looking at Liquid Death's website. Do you know them?
The water.
Yeah. Their branding, whoever does their branding and marketing, that is, I guess, who I would say is my favorite right now, because they have the weirdest stuff. You can buy a record with their hate comments on it.
Really?
Yes. And then they have a baby name generator, so me and Amanda got to see what our future children are named.
Yeah.
What was it?
I think I have a screenshot of it.
Yeah, you have to. It's really funny.
I think I heard Liquid Death started out as a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like to make fun of water brands.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're doing it. They're pretty successful.
I mean, are they?
Good question. They have the illusion of being successful, so
They
I
do.
suppose that's something.
It was Balthazar, Hellface, Sanis, Salmer.
Santa Salmer.
That was our baby name.
And then her what was yours? Spider Blitzkrieg Santa Steven?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty great. But just messing around on their website, I don't know how much time we spent on that website, but that's got to count for something in their metrics. Like, look how long people just kind of fuck around on this website.
Yeah.
And then they're brainwashing us slowly with Liquid Death.
Mm-hmm.
You guys even had? I've never tried Liquid Death.
It's pretty good.
It just tastes
Yeah.
like regular water or what? Like,
Yeah. I feel like it just tastes better because it's in a can.
Yeah.
mm.
But honestly, that's part of the whole thing too, is like, if consumers love the feel of how your thing feels in their hands, like you love that cold can, your branding's great, you're going to have a decently successful thing going.
Yeah.
It's all about that consumer experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've been paying a lot more attention to how I consume things now that we're in the branding world of like, why do I like this packaging? Why did I buy this product? Trying to get in the minds of people a little bit.
What do you look at for like inspiration? Like at the store, I guess. What's some of the brands you like?
That's a good question.
In the store, I think the thing that's tripping me up is in the store because I don't go to the store.
Not even the grocery store? Like Walmart? When's the last time you went to Walmart?
The other day. But I'm always on a mission to get, I'm like, I need tortillas. I need cheese. Skincare gets me, like a good lotion packaging or like face wash packaging that I'm going to be using every day. I want to look at something that's like really nice.
Really basic.
Really, really basic. I like that basic stuff.
Well, like you don't want like a crazy ass face lotion like design where it's like with like a bunch of shits in it.
A bunch of shits.
Jesus.
A bunch of shits in it. No, it's true. I think I like the minimalist packaging. Just like you don't need a lot. I just need it to be nice, calming.
Amanda?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I like the clothing, but I like Vans packaging, their design. I feel like they have good advertisements.
Yeah, that's like a staple brand now.
Yeah. And their logo is like very clean.
Have they gone through like a big, you know how, I don't know if you ever see online, but like how many logo changes Apple has had? I wonder if Vans has had the same thing or if they've kind of like hit it in the first go.
I know they had one. I think they might have had like two. I think the second one was the one they have now.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, they've been around for a long time.
Yeah. Did you make your logo? Yeah.
I did.
Do you think you nailed it the first time?
Nah.
No.
I mean, like, the letters were kind of askew, but like, it's cool.
Yeah. No, it looks good. And I think too, what's cool is like in a couple of years, you can look back on your early graphic design stuff and just realize how much you learn by just doing it and being like, why won't these letters sit straight?
Yeah. I guess like Mr. Skull, like one thing he taught me was like, even if one line is perfect, it all has to be perfect. But like if you don't try to make it perfect, then it doesn't have to be.
That's an interesting.
Yeah, that was like something that stuck with me when I had taken a class with him.
I like that. Because I think how you're saying, you said something like grotesque, how your art is grotesque. I think if people go in knowing it's imperfect and weird, like that's what we're really going for. That's what Dada started as too, because it's like Dada was an art movement that came after World War I because they saw so much carnage and just people coming back with no limbs, just totally rocked the art world. And so it was kind of saying like a turn on all the conventional things, and that's what we want our stuff to be, is like, yeah, you can definitely go to like somebody who's gonna have cleaner work, but we're trying to just make something you've never seen before. It's a little bit weird because it gives you something to think about, and then it can be cool. We still want it to be an art form. At a certain point, logos can get boring.
Yeah, you're right, but it sounds like you guys are trying to build the brand with them. Which is interesting. A lot of people just want to give them a logo and go.
We had this group that just goes out and goes rafting, and they call themselves the River Rats. So that was one of our favorite projects, and we want more rat-themed things.
Now, do you have a photo of what you did for them?
Yes. We've been looking at Pabst PBR's
Oh, yeah,
branding, how it's all rats.
Oh, yeah, they have really good branding.
Oh, we love the rats.
Yeah, when I say grotesque, I'm not like saying it's like gross or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, grotesque is like, that's kind of what I enjoy too. I like that.
That's a
kind of art.
compliment.
Yeah. Like punk type shit.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So this one actually, I think they picked Amanda's rat. Like the rat is hers, and then the font was one that I had found. So it was a really cool kind of combination.
Nice.
Split both.
They put it on I don't think I have it, but they put it on stickers and all like their koozies and stuff. So when they sent that back and showed us their application of it, that was so rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, the rats, they're out in the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
What is your guys' pricing?
Right now we're doing $45 an hour for branding. And then if it can be like a one designer versus two designer project, that obviously affects the hours. And then we just have people kind of tell us what their long-term budget for the project is, and we try to manage our time accordingly.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever just do anything like off the love, off the strength, like there you go type shit, or are you guys out of that?
I feel like we put a lot of effort into it every time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that question?
Like, do the homies get one?
This year, I made the choice to kind of stop working for free.
Mm.
So it would have to be something we really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we're always open to negotiations.
That makes sense.
I gotta stop smoking this.
For sure.
Do your homies get one for free?
You know, that's a design philosophy I kind of go with, like, but I'm not that serious as you guys about it. Like I don't do it for money all the time.
Yeah.
Like, so like, yes, but I think that kind of like makes good relationships though too. Like if I give you a design and I see you like wearing it all the time and it was, it was free and I know it was free,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we have that like kind of little bond.
Yes.
Type thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I was like to get really serious about it, then the homies obviously would have to pay me something. But
The homies. The thing we're realizing too in the like recent art scene is that we have an obligation to each other to make a decent living off of it. And when you don't charge and you're undercutting your peers, it gets a little rough because they're also trying to make a living.
mm-hmm.
So I think that's also something we're trying to consider is everybody is trying to make a living. And if you do it for free, sometimes it hurts the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
But
You think there's that's like an unspoken word, I guess, like just between designers and artists in here in town or in general?
how do you feel about that?
I feel like for certain people expect like us to like charge not that much.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't understand how much it should be worth.
Especially with how much you use a logo.
Yeah.
You get some longevity out of that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think too, with what we want to do with it, there's a level of professionalism we want to have out there, and that comes with our time costing money.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
Yeah.
Fucking-
But the homies should get one for free every once in a while.
Yeah, I think they both make sense. And
Yeah.
if you really want to do this shit, it's like making music. Like, at what point do you start charging for your music? Where it has to be done at some point if you really want to be taken seriously and do it for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
What about the film fest? You guys?
What about the Film Fest, Amanda? Have you registered yet for Kick-Ass Film Fest?
I have not registered yet. I'm still trying to get some okays from people to be on my team, but we're ready to go and we're ready to win.
Yes.
Yeah, like I have to win this time. I don't know. I like to challenge myself, and I feel like I have to be like the best.
Mm-hmm. What's your team name?
That's also another problem why we haven't registered.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're trying to decide on that.
Who's part of your team?
So it's my siblings, Nigel and Celeste. And then I have a friend, Miguel and Sai. They're both filmers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Castro, Cash, and Brianna are my actors. And then I'm waiting on somebody else, I won't say, but they'll probably be another filmer and work with sound.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
big.
Can't say.
It's a big ass team.
I didn't realize your team was that big.
Yeah,
either.
I didn't realize that either.
Plus, you're the team leader. You just got to tell them what to do.
You're right.
Wow.
I'm trying to organize them, but it's like wrangling cats.
Yeah. Shout out to any of the team leaders for. I didn't realize what I was signing up for with that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just wrangling adults.
Yeah, it's hard.
So I also like that you can't say who's coming onto your team. I love good competition, and that's just exciting to me. It's
Yeah.
people who take this as seriously.
Did you place last year, or is it like first, second, third, or how do they do it?
It's like
It's
different
like- yeah.
awards.
There's like different categories you could win.
Like best special effects, best cinematography, best use of the prompts.
Mm-hmm.
And what did y'all win last year?
We got best use of the line because they give us a line that we have to say for the film, and it was best use of prop too.
What was the line?
If you stay, you'll die. And for my film, we had like Celeste. She animates really good.
Mm-hmm.
She animated some pills to dance around and say, "If you stay, you'll die."
It
Oh,
was,
wow.
it was so
really-
good.
It was cute.
Their whole film.
Yeah, it
like,
was.
You have to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah,
We'll
you
send
should
you the
watch
link.
Wow. Yeah, I'm down.
It's so good. And
Mhm.
the joy of being in a theater with your peers, like, I love the competition aspect of it, but just sitting there and watching after we've gone through 3 days of hell, to sit there and watch everybody go through this shared experience and then seeing, it's very intimate at a certain point because you're seeing this creative process of people that you know, but film, it just is such an organic thing. And it's very just like, you're going to make something and it's very raw and real, and kind of seeing this aspect of people that you never see in real life in a theater for that night is just so fun.
Wow.
Mhm.
I'm a big cheerleader though.
What
I like
about-
everybody's stuff.
What about your team?
I love you, Team Deadbird. It is also like wrangling cats, but I'm pretty comfortable with the amount of people we have because there's 7 of us, and that feels overwhelming sometimes. Just trying to get, is there 7 of us? There's 6 or 7 of us.
Yeah.
Getting everyone in the same room and to settle on like one idea in one direction. But once we do, it's really cool to watch people with their different strengths kind of come together and make something.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a hard time reining it in last year, and we had a whole psychological trip about it.
What do you mean?
I think our idea was too big for like the reality of making it in 3 days. So our film ended up kind of being about our journey of like, I walk into my house and it's been broken into in this film. And so it's like my psychological trauma afterwards of that. And that's kind of what our like process was. 'Cause like we got the prompts, we were traumatized by it, and it's just that ride down the whole way.
What was your genre?
Thriller.
Thriller.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I really liked not sleeping for 3 days and making something weird.
Wow. You guys really didn't sleep for like 3 days?
I didn't sleep.
I
at all.
didn't know. I think I
No.
slept for like 2 hours on Aaron Alexander's floor while we were all editing.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you guys editing? What program?
Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
Premiere Pro.
Premiere.
I wonder, I feel like that's the go-to. I don't know who else
Yeah,
is.
that and starts with the F.
I don't know.
F.
Can't think of it.
Like
now.
iMovie type shit? I don't.
It's like pretty good program, but it's only for Mac.
Mm.
Wake Up uses it.
And they're not doing too hot.
Oh,
We're not gonna talk about it.
use Premiere Pro. It'll fix
Yeah.
your problems. Oh, no. It is cool that they put this on, though. And Pueblo's really becoming a spot for film.
I don't think, is Wake Up the one, or is it Jacob and David? Kick ass.
Jacob and David mostly, but they're part of Wake Up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, that's fair. That's totally fair. Shout out Jacob and David.
I like
Shout out
that
Kick-Ass.
couple gestures he did before. Just,
That's fair, you know?
It's fair. Yeah. So it's cool to have the experience to collaborate together. Just for me, it might not be cool for you. You might not, but to have times where we can really collaborate and then be each other's competition too. Because I think in the long run, our stuff is just so different.
Yeah.
We're just like, let's see what happens. Let's see what you do.
Why Deadbird? Where'd that name come from?
Because I'm Deadhand and Jen DeGroot is Jaybird,
Oh,
and we were the ones that paid for the first competition.
Wait, how much is it to get in?
Like 50 if you're not the early bird.
I think this year I paid $75 for
Oh,
the
really?
early bird, and then I think tickets for teams is $100. But some of the bigger festivals charge you a lot of money, and this is decently well done, so I've got no problems with it.
Wow. Damn. Yeah, I last year I said I wanted to be on someone's team, and I think fucking Jared Young called me like last minute,
Oh really?
and I was like, no, actually, I'm nervous.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know if I'm nervous. I don't know
Didn't
if I
feel
could
right?
hang out with everyone for 3 days and not sleep. Jesus Christ. I'd be like, well, yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I have the mental wherewithal.
Yeah.
What
It-
would? Or go ahead.
I was just say, did you guys all get along the whole time?
Yeah, we worked well together. I did get kind of pissy at the end. Like, I was just getting mad at everybody. Because, I don't know, I was just stressed out.
Really?
It's stressful at the end.
Yeah.
So you like the director or?
Yeah, in a way, I guess I was for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might step away from being the director this time and just be like the team leader. Because that was a lot.
That's so smart.
What does the team leader entail? Like, other than like
I just-
wrangling cats?
Like organizing everything, yeah. Just wrangling cats.
Yeah, and that's somebody's whole job in the real world.
I guess would be like a producer, yeah.
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 Because that's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
What's the top prize?
A check for money. I don't know how
Check
much.
for money.
I don't remember how much it was.
Like
Check for money.
like $1,000, $1,500. I think it's like 15.
Maybe.
Let's find out. We'll promote this. A check for money.
I was trying to name the amount.
Let's find out.
So Amanda, you skate? I see you skating.
Mm-hmm.
You pretty good?
Decent.
What's your craziest combo or flip or whatever?
So I do a lot of transition.
Mm.
So it's like bowls and half pipe stuff. I don't know what my craziest one would be.
And you film yourself doing it, which is
Yeah.
a whole art form in itself.
Filming skateboarding is really fun. I have a fisheye camera,
Mm.
and I feel like that's like the traditional and like most respected way to film skateboarding. So I'm glad I get to do that.
Mm.
It's mostly just a hobby. It's nothing like serious, like skating, but it's like something that makes me move around,
Mm.
especially when I'm sitting at the desk and designing and drawing.
Mm.
Yep. And your bones hit the concrete
Yeah.
once a week?
Probably more. I feel like I'm not gonna have knees when I'm old.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck that. Yeah, I had to give it up. I just couldn't take falling on the ground anymore.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your craziest like flip or whatever? Can you do like?
Working on tray flips. I'm almost there.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. A tray loop?
Tray flip.
Oh, they said loop. I know a tray flip.
Yeah.
Word. I thought you said tray loop. I was like, damn, that sounds crazy.
Damn.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel. So sponsored gifts include, this might be last year's, but $1,000 cash, $500 cash, GoPro, software, Cinematch software, screenwriting software, and more.
Damn.
That's good.
So
that's really good.
you stand to make $1,000.
Yeah.
And screenwriting software. Are you guys using screenwriting software or are you guys using Google Docs?
Google Docs.
Google Docs?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think the challenge of finding collaborative software was something I didn't expect either. Like, how
yeah.
can we even be all... Well, I'm old. I didn't know Google Drive was a thing until very recently.
Oh, really?
So I really have started using it.
Hmm.
But anyway, so there's that.
Hmm.
But
You skate?
no, I'm very afraid of falling like that. I fight people. I do martial arts.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. What I don't know what type.
Karate and self-defense. I've got my black belt.
Oh, wow. That's sick.
So it feels much safer than hitting the concrete with my face. So, but I just let people hit it eventually.
So you're pretty confident in a fight?
Yeah, I've been doing it for I think 11 years. I'm much more confident than I used to be.
Wow. How many
So-
like street fights have you been in?
No street fights, thank goodness. But I'm, I don't want to ever be in that point. But I just want to be able to take care of myself. That was a big thing with my mom. Like losing her, I was like, I need to be able to just defend myself a little bit. So it does make you. I think people pick up on it. Also, wear spikes. Don't fight me when I'm wearing pointy things.
True. That's a cool jacket. You made that, you said?
I did. It's all old jeans and t-shirts I've been saving up
Really?
and stuff. Yes.
The back's dope. Can you show us?
Yes. Do I show you or do I show the camera?
I don't know. You could just stand up. Man, I don't know.
So old. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold, big patch on the back, and then I've got like my skeletons, the dead ends on here. There's some stuff from Josh Shoto, handmade patches.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to make that?
It was quite a project. I think this took me like 2 years, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Because I would just work on it little bits by a time. But because I will go to the bomb shelter and hang out, and I'm just like, I love when people do their own clothes and make their own stuff. But I was like, I have to have something obnoxious, because part of being an artist, I want people to recognize me. That's part of getting to where you want to go. So I was like, clothing helps. I need to make something that you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the coat came along.
Mm.
So now I'm going to make some more and try to have different ones.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to be like your signature thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I was telling you guys earlier when I saw myself in a video yesterday or a day before, I was like, I look so matronly somehow in this thing. It's like so cool, but then I'm just this shapeless blob.
I don't know what matronly means. I'm
like
sorry,
an old
I'm dumb.
lady in her
Okay.
big nightshirt.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Matronly.
You guys laughed at it, and I was like, fuck. I'm done.
Yes.
Matronly.
Matronly.
Now I know.
What is your fit today?
Oh, no. This is SoCo Dripco. They gave me this fucking shirt.
Legends never die.
It's the Juice WRLD V-Lone collab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm pretty stoked on it.
And what's on the other side of the hat?
It's the P, I think.
Nice.
It's the P.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes. You a big hat wearer?
I am, yeah. I definitely wear a lot. I have like 150 hats.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What's
But I don't
what's your
wear 'em
favorite hat?
I like fitteds now. Like they're pretty good. Just like a good black, gray fitted. It's pretty chill. You could wear it anywhere.
Shout out to good clothing designers.
Mm-hmm. You guys ever tried making like any well, you're already stitching and stuff, like any fiber art?
You do everything.
I do like messing around with fabric because me and my husband go to Wasteland Weekend every year.
Mhm.
So it's a big like Mad Max festival. And
I saw that. That's
I'll
dope.
hand make costumes every year. And I'm working very slowly. I'm so sorry to your film team, but I'm working on a costume for them that hopefully we'll have done ASAP. But are you allowed to talk about that project?
Yeah, I could talk about it. So I'm doing like a side project where we're trying to make a film. It's some colleagues of mine from school. We all just graduated, so we're trying to make something now that we have more time. And we're trying to make a horror film about like Skinwalkers.
Oh, wow.
So Shannon's helping us make a Skinwalker costume for it.
What is a Skinwalker costume? Because aren't they like shapeless blobs that just kind of inhabit bodies?
Well, the idea that we gave Shannon was like, so like Skinwalkers like appear like they're like witches, and her design is like very dead looking, like animal looking, because they can like they're like shapeshifters and they turn into animals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like when they're in their original form, it's like dead animals.
Oh, really?
Like if you want to explain like what it looks like.
Yeah. And your historian was really helpful too, because
Yeah.
is it a Navajo
Yeah.
a legend? Okay. They have a whole historian, which is very smart to go ahead and, I'm good.
Do you want this?
They sent me some like historical kind of references, and I put together a design that's like beaded skirt, kind of the regular bottom part looks real normal looking, but then the upper part of the body is just animal skins and a hood sort of thing, which is like a lot of decay going on in tiny little eye holes. Because your historian told me that like this person is kind of evoking the spirits and the devil or whatever to take on this new form. And in the film, it sounds like there's going to be some like quick little shots of it to kind of introduce it. And I want it to be something that just is kind of faceless, lots of organic material on it, but I want the movement of this whole upper body to just be huge, because I'm putting just like a lot on the neck and head to build up this form. So it should be pretty cool. I think.
Wow.
I think seeing it on camera is going to be cool. It's so much more work than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Just hand beating the skirt. I was like, I'm learning such a time lesson right now.
Yeah.
But
What is meeting?
beating it,
Oh, beating.
like just sewing all of that on,
Yeah.
doing the fringe on the bottom. I was like, this is really a lot more than I thought, but it's coming along. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I definitely got into like stitching and stuff, and that shit takes a while.
Yeah. And I
There's,
think
so many
you
different
forget
ones.
how long it takes.
Mm-hmm. Do you have like a machine, or you just do it all by hand?
I do have a machine, but for stuff like the sleeves and everything, and you'll see I like give up and just clothespin it, honestly, because this is the perfect place to do that. And I'm trying to make this thing, the Skinwalker suits, usable, and like this person's going to be wearing it on a film set for how long, and it needs to move. Like it's not just a stationary art piece anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and making sure my stitches hold up,
Mm-hmm.
all of it is just so much more than I thought it was going to be.
How much does a costume like that cost to make?
And I'm getting a better idea now. This is where when the homies got one for free.
No, he's got one.
Yeah. Because it's also a lesson for me in how long this stuff will take.
Mm-hmm.
So I am currently like writing down how many hours I work on it, and then I'll figure out from there,
Mm-hmm.
like my hourly time. So
That's fair.
I feel like when you are I'm still starting out with stuff. I'm like, I don't know how long this is going to take.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first costume you've ever made for like a movie set?
I think this is the first one I've made for somebody else entirely.
Wow.
So, because if it falls apart on me, I can fix it.
Yeah.
This needs to stand up and not need me to come fix it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And what about like making that movie? Like where do you guys film?
So we haven't really started filming yet since we're waiting on the costume, which is no rush. But we're just like scouting like in the county area.
Mm-hmm.
We might even film at Corners Road in the county.
Mm.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
And it's a revenge film, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you anticipate it to be?
Well, we're just gonna think about doing a feature, so like a shortened version of what we really want to do. That'll probably be like 10 to 15 minutes. So like short film. But eventually the main goal of this is to submit it to a Sundance and have it turn into like an actual film.
Mm-hmm.
And we get like ownership and royalties over it.
Wow. Is that really how they do it? That's how they do movies and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
For like independent stuff, yeah.
Huh.
So like you're thinking, do the short and then that'll get you funding.
Yeah.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
Honestly, here's the taste of what we could possibly bring you.
Yeah.
Please pay us more to make it all happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the same team? Like doing the other one with you?
No. So a couple of them are from my team, which is Miguel and Brianna, and we also have somebody, Natasha.
Mm.
But we all probably need more people involved. We did have a lot more people with us, but they dropped. They didn't want to do it anymore.
They dropped out.
Yeah.
Just say it. They dropped out.
Dropped out.
Film school dropouts.
Yeah, really.
But honestly, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I'd rather people just tell me they don't want to do things than also have to try to wrangle people that are like, yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I'll do it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You guys feel like you guys lose a lot of friends by just being like so into making your own things?
For me, they're colleagues first, and like just working with them, just business strictly, and then we become friends. But
Wow.
so I'll just lose them as a colleague.
Damn. All business.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All business, like your business
But no,
Instagram
me and you,
page.
though, are friends though. Yeah.
But I think, yeah, when we were chatting, sending stupid
Yeah.
memes, I was like, your Instagram says business page, and this is very business.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, business message or
Business
something.
chat.
Yeah.
Welcome to the business chat. I think the people that come into your lives with these creative things, they're doing the same things you want to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's honestly brought more people into my life,
Mhm.
because then you can still be doing the thing you want to do, but you have people coming alongside you,
Mhm.
and you're not my colleagues anymore.
Yeah, a lot of networking, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Mhm.
colleagues in a minute.
Yeah.
Colleagues.
That's some professional ass shit.
We're professional ass people.
What about you guys' mental health? How you guys doing there with everything?
I feel like I released a lot of stress since I just got out of school,
Mm-hmm.
and I could like do stuff for myself for once, and that's a crazy feeling. I feel like I'm not allowed to. Like I'm always have to do something for somebody else, but I'm happy. I'm chilling, and I'm just trying to like find something to do with my degree, just to get money and stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty good other than that?
Pretty
It's,
good.
like, pretty good up there.
Yeah, can't complain.
That's artists are tortured people sometimes.
Yeah.
Shannon, what about you?
Everything's great. No, yeah, mental health is fine. Per usual. I the year after college, like, I feel like that whole time is just a detox. Because I feel like I'm just coming out of that, of like having to feel like you had to do homework, always have to be doing something. Now I just kind of want to sit down and not do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's your mental health?
You know, it's steadily getting better. I think
Good.
I'm finding like really, is the word solace? I'm finding a lot of solace. I'm very happy in this environment, like recording these videos and trying to, you know, clip them up and fucking trying to find a routine somewhat that like works with everything. And yeah, so it's
Routine is
pretty good.
huge, honestly. I think the older I get, youngins, just having a solid routine can get you so far.
Yep.
Honestly, if you just leave things up to chance, I think it's just like, well, I'll do that later.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I need to schedule my life a little bit if I want to have a decent living and lifestyle. I can't just fuck around all the time, I guess. Moral of the story.
Yeah, definitely. Are you guys working from home, or do you guys have to go somewhere to work? How's that? I feel like I have to go somewhere sometimes.
I can't. It's hard to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when I just did homework, I couldn't do it. I just get distracted too easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My studio is in the house, so I'm pretty good about just locking myself in there and working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus, like, gas is expensive.
Yeah.
That's true.
Can't drive nowhere.
Eggs and shit. You got to make eggs for the go on the go, dropping a bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That sounds like a great commercial.
Dropping eggs?
Yeah. Are you on the go?
What about commercials? You guys ever
Take
thought
your
about
eggs.
making commercials for like local companies?
We should.
Yeah. Like fucking airtime on, I was looking up airtime on, and it's like Channel 5 or some shit, because we were looking up to get some for the sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of affordable. I don't think anyone watches TV, but maybe get them on Hulu or something.
They can do the, like, placed ads on YouTube
Yeah.
now. So we've been getting, like, Pueblo commercials on there. So it's super accessible now. We'd probably make super weird commercials.
Maybe you guys should go to like different businesses though. Maybe hit up like I don't know. First ones that comes to my head are like smoke shops, because like they don't really have like they're trying to get everyone, but they can't like say what they're selling. It's kind of different.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah, that'd be fun. Plus, stoner comedy. Like,
Yeah.
you should have honestly had a sponsor, and you could have had their
man.
weed
That would've been
in
really
different
good.
places.
Yeah.
Been like, yeah, we'll feature you in our next Kick-Ass Film Fest for $100.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
3 ounces. Each person gets an
Yeah,
ounce.
yep.
Yeah.
Product placement.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's good.
Yep.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to get off your chest or anything? We've been going for like an hour and 30. I don't know.
Probably.
Not that I could think of.
Yeah, we're just chilling out today.
Yeah.
Normally we're angsty, trying to change the world,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, but it's Sunday.
It's a chill day.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thanks for having us, though.
Yeah.
She was like, what are we going to talk about? And I told her you're a really good conversationalist. I think that's a whole art of just being able to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you felt your own kind of growth in that, of just talking to people.
Oh yeah, I definitely like looked up like really good interviewers and just watched them
Yeah.
all. Just fucking watched their like top 10s, like Barbara Walters type shit.
Yeah. Honestly, that's so smart, though, because that's the same stuff we're doing when we're trying to get inspired with design, is just see what other people do, and it helps you grow yourself. But
Yeah, but I try not to keep it too serious. Well, you know, like we'll get serious sometimes, but it's just keep it flowing and fun and fucking. Nah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do my
Yeah.
show.
yeah, because you're going to have some heavier shows, too,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know,
For sure.
that are just like real serious stuff. What's your favorite interview you've done this past couple months?
Past couple months.
Yeah.
I was really stoked on this like whole summer thing we did. because we interviewed like all the touring bands that came through Pueblo. We did like 6 bands in like 2.5 months. It was sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was pretty dope. But other than that, the Dave Feemster one was dope.
Yeah.
That was a cool one because I know, like, if I'm being realistic, like, he's old. He's going to fucking pass away in, like, the next, like, 5-10 years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you're doing some, like, Pueblo history stuff. You're taking down people's stories and preserving some, like, word-of-mouth stuff that really doesn't get talked about. So, who knows? Somebody will be looking for your podcast later trying to figure out some Pueblo history.
Right? Yeah. Sancho Man. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm always. We'll see what happens in the future.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys got to come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked when I came and just chilled with like the 60 other people. There's 6 of us, I think.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, just hanging out.
On the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Come this Friday.
Okay. What
Okay.
time?
We go live at 7:30.
I could probably make that work.
Yeah. So like I like kind of everyone to show up like and it's like 30 minutes early so we could like get all the sound and shit figured out. But
Okay.
whatever you go.
I'm down.
Yeah. You too if you want to come.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it got real weird last time.
Did it? Why?
Because we were talking about like somebody got in trouble for taking a picture of a dead body,
Oh.
and then on one of the articles you had found, and then we were like, "Would you take a picture of a dead body though if you found one?" And your friend was like, "Well, am I fated?" I was like, "This conversation's so off the rail because you asked us like, how was your day?" And we're just talking about dead bodies.
Damn, I do not remember that conversation.
Yeah, it was weird.
Damn.
It was a good time.
There's been a lot of them. Sometimes I just kind of keep going. I have to.
That's fair. I have to.
Be bogged down on that one. That sounds crazy.
It was amazing.
Well, all right. You guys want to tell the people where to find you and where to follow you and stuff?
Go ahead.
So you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Dada Design. Then we also have our website, dadadesignllc.com. I think that's it.
Yeah, plug your own Instagram for your art.
So I do art, which is stylishpit.png on Instagram.
Very nice. And you can find me over at Deadhand Art on all platforms.
Yes. All right, y'all. Street Champs. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that shit. All right. Dada Street Champs.